So what kind of skills do you have to have? Well, I got my hacking skills, my nunchuck skills. I got some Batman skills. No, I'm kidding. The skills that we've talked about these already, the skills of an ethical hacker, but just again to review this information, we're going to add a little bit here, is obviously you have to know about operating systems. And as I told you before, you don't have to have an in-depth knowledge of those OSs, but you do need to understand how they work. You should be also aware of patches and critical updates. You should also be aware of security awareness, things that are being announced, or zero-day attacks. You should also be a computer professional. You should be very, very comfortable around computers. You never want to walk up and go, wow, that's kind of cool looking. What's that called? That's a mouse. You also need to be a network guru. You should understand TCP/IP. You should understand how it operates. IP addresses, subnet masks, default gateways, the ANDing process, ARP, all those different TCP/IP protocols, as well as the services that run on top, you should be extremely familiar with. Management skills. As you gather information as an ethical hacker, you need to be able, there's some management skills here, not only to manage the penetration tests themselves, but also manage the consumption of your reports and your information. Patience. So I told you guys before, the attacker has one thing that most people don't have, and that is time. Again, I go back to that statement of an attacker only has to find one vulnerability. An ethical hacker has to find them all and make sure he's protected from all of those. So you have to have patience. Sometimes that patience also involves tracking down information. You don't give up. You don't sit there and go, oh, wow, well, that goes to a Linux box. I'm done. Okay. Software knowledge. Not just, hey, I know about QuickBooks, and there's this thing called Word. What I mean by software knowledge is understanding how software gets implemented and installed. Understand registry entries. On a Windows machine. Make sure you understand files, executables. You should also be very much aware of software that's out there that is used for both good and evil. My pinky was to the side of my mouth on that one. So it's evil. So we've talked and we'll be showing you throughout the entire series different tools that are designed for good purposes, but they can be used to show the attacker different issues or different vulnerabilities on your network. So one of the things I always try to get across is this, is that one of your most important tools that you can ever use inside of a network is understanding software and what's installed. You should have software inventories in place so that you can go up and say, whoa, how did Cain and Abel get installed on Billy Bob's machine and why is it there? Or why is nmap.exe on Sally's machine? You should also use a lot of Sherlock Holmes is what I refer to it as. Sherlock Holmes, meaning sometimes we go through and we think we understand the issue and we go to fix it and it doesn't fix the issue. We go, well, what the crud could it be then? Well, if you guys remember the famous line from Sherlock Holmes, and that is, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. And that has helped me out many, many situations. I should have that tattooed on my ankle.